Welcome back. They are the ones that run towards the danger, the ones that put their life on the line to save others every single day. And September 11th, 16 years ago, was a day that we all remember that many first responders lost their lives doing just that. Ben Buehler-Garcia is here today to tell us about the 9/11 Tower Challenge, which is one of the largest events of its type in the country that continues to support first responders as well as military families. Ben, thank you so much for coming back.
Well, thanks for the opportunity, Tina. We're excited about doing it every year. But yeah, we're going on. People, well, the name, Never Forgotten Tower Challenge, we want to make sure folks never forget.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're going to get to this year's, but I kind of want to take a step back and talk about how this all got started, how this challenge started.
The local challenge started back on the 10th anniversary of 9/11. There was a group of Tucson police SWAT officers and some firefighters that started doing the challenge just so people never forget. And they started off at 5151 East Broadway. This will be the 4th year, though, that we've moved to U of A Stadium.
And when I said this is the largest challenge of its type, and this one's a little bit different, right?
Well, it's the largest, to the best of our knowledge, it's the largest in the country using first responders and members of the military. And the connection there is, of course, over 3,000 people lost their lives on 9/11, many first responders as well. But the events that were triggered by that event are now being carried forward by the members, you know, the military families now. Over 7,000 military members have lost their lives since 9/11 overseas protecting our nation.
I think this just makes makes sense for this to honor and remember and support both. So what really is the objective on top of remembering, honoring? What is the bigger objective?
The first objective obviously is to make sure people never forget,
yep.
But also we use the climb to raise funds for charities to support the families of first responders and military families as well as we go forward. Not everybody in this, you're going to do the climb this year, right?
Yes.
Probably not in those shoes, but
yeah. I wouldn't get far in these shoes, but I would do whatever it would take.
We asked people to climb 2,071 stairs, which is the equivalent of the number of stairs in the World Trade Center towers. Some of them do it in full equipment, full gear. You'll see firefighters with their full packs on. We've even had bomb squad members that do it in bomb squad gear. So we do that so folks don't forget, but then also to raise money for several charities. This year, our 3 charities are the 100 Club of Arizona, that provides support for first responders killed or hurt, injured in the line of duty. And then we've got 2 military charities, the First Sergeants Council at Davis-Monthan, and then the YMCA, which is interesting because a lot of folks don't know the YMCA's history of supporting the military goes all the way back to the Civil War. During the First World War, they provided services to over 90% of the military members in Europe.
And, you know, just right before we started this interview, I think the last thing you said during that commercial break is that it's so impactful that day when you see everybody doing this.
Well, I asked you not to say anything that was going to make me tear up, but one of the things we started doing the year prior, not last year, but the year prior, is we have photos of every one of the first responders that were killed running toward danger on that day, and we have the photos posted along the path throughout the stadium so people can look in the faces and remember exactly why they're there that day.
And I have a lot of close friends that live here in Tucson that are first responders, that are military men and women, and they do this climb each year, and they always say the exact same thing. It is very impactful. It's a day that we want to almost say, you know, walk in the footsteps, and that's what it's kind of meant to do each time. Like you said, we have the visual, you're taking the steps. A lot of people do it in gear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean we have people that do it in running shorts, probably the smarter ones, but then particularly the firefighters, they want to do it the way that their comrades did it in New York that day. So they're doing it in the full pack with the the mask and everything. Like I said, the bomb squad, they do it as a team, because 2,071 steps is a lot, particularly once the sun comes up the lip of the stadium there, it gets a little warm.
Now, everyone at home wants to know, what can I do? What can I do if I'm not able to do the actual climb?
The climb itself is limited to members of the military, first responders, or their families and that are people that are sponsored. But if people want to support, if they'd like to do a scholarship for an airman out there, they just can contact our website, 911towerchallenge.org, make a direct donation, and that will help us move it forward. And it's 100% volunteer managed. All the money we raise goes directly to these charities.
And the foundation does a great job of getting this together and putting on such, and the moving from 5151 over to the same is because so many people started getting involved with this, which is a great sign.
Yeah, we expect over 1,000 climbers again this year. The event became so popular that last year we're asked to add events. We'll have one in Phoenix and in Flagstaff running concurrently. They're supporting their local charities, but it's big, and it's really a gut check. And I want to emphasize the importance of not only remembering but also paying it forward.
Oh.
Particularly at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, we have a couple of units that are very specialized, and they've got a very high deployment tempo. So there's constantly Southern Arizona families that are being separated because of the continuing war on terror.
I think this is a great thing for us to talk about. It's also a great way for the community to also get involved and be able to go online and do those donations. Ben, again, I always say thank you for coming in.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Tina.
You guys, the 9/11 Never Forgotten Tower Challenge is taking place at UA Stadium on Monday, September 11th. To donate or to learn more, please visit 911towerchallenge.org or call 329-2462 with any questions.